Anything that has advantages has its own set of disadvantages, and in my previous video I have spoken to you about the advantages of advertising. In this video, I, Dr. Mariam Narona, will be discussing some disadvantages of advertising. I think one of the biggest disadvantages of advertising is the direct outcome of the fact that advertising is rooted in psychology. It tries to impact and influence the way we think and behave, and because of that, it generates stress and dissatisfaction because you have these images of these beautiful products and services, sometimes of very good looking people with the perfect figure, skin, hair, and appearance, and also that amazing automobile or that wonderful new phone you wish you could lay your hands on, but your salary or your ability to spend does not match with those products. It doesn't match with those services. No matter how much you try, you cannot shed those pounds. You cannot have that perfect hair, skin, or look beautiful with makeup. You can't become fairer with that cream, and all this generates a lot of stress and dissatisfaction for people at a personal, individual, or even family level, that you don't understand that how am I going to allocate my expenses, and how will I allocate my income across all these different expenses which I already have and which I want to incur because I want to look a certain way, because I want to own that watch, I want to own that car. And this happens because your income is limited. You have only so many hours of work, and particularly now in the current situation with the COVID-19 crisis, a lot of people have had to take salary cuts. They've lost their job. Probably from two people earning in a family, only one is earning. And all this generates stress and dissatisfaction for us because our finances are limited and our wants, desires, aspirations are unlimited. We want to be like others. We want to keep up with the Joneses, and this generates dissatisfaction in our lives. Now, advertising encourages wasteful expenditure, and thereby it impacts our ability to save. It impacts it adversely. It's because it makes us aware of so many different types of products and services, and it makes us want to buy them, use them, try them out at least once. And because of that, what happens is that we end up buying more than what we need, more than what we consume, more than what we have space in our homes for, and this impacts our ability to save. That is, we would rather buy a product or service or watch a particular movie or subscribe to a particular service rather than investing 500 rupees in the mutual fund market, which might help us to build up a good retirement corpus. So it encourages wasteful expenditure in a sense. We might not need all those beautiful, wonderful, many products that we see and which are being advertised. For instance, a fashion magazine will advertise a new collection every season, and if you end up buying a new bag or a new coat or a new outfit every season, you might run out of space in your closet. And apart from that, you might be adding to a problem of excesses in a world where people do not have even one set of clean clothes to wear. There you may have multiple, and this lockdown would have taught you that you have more than you need, already have more than you need. Advertising also tends to make us unnecessarily competitive because we're always trying to keep up with other people. We want a bigger car, we want a better house, a bigger house. If we have a house, we want a farmhouse. Why? Because somebody else saw the ad and they bought it, and this is how we tend to become very competitive. So if somebody has a car and already has a car, and then your neighbor got this new shiny convertible automatic gear change and very compact and things like that, you might find yourself wanting even to go to the extent of taking a loan when you cannot really afford it. You already spread yourself too thin, but you want it. Why? Because somebody else has it. It also makes you competitive in the sense that you're never satisfied with who you are, where you are, what you have in your life. Now, advertising creates dilemmas for us as buyers because it pulls us in different directions. So, you might find, competing products which are equally good, and when you want to take that purchase decision, it would be like a tug of war. Also, the tug of war could be between your income, your necessities, and what you consider luxury. So, how do you balance that? It often creates dilemmas for you. You really sometimes don't know what is good for you and whether that buying that product would be the right fit for you and your family per se. So this is how advertising really ends up putting us in two minds and making the decision making process much more tougher for us. A common affliction of our contemporary living in the digital age, particularly, is the fear of missing out. And advertising enhances our fear of missing out because when we cannot buy or we cannot afford to buy certain products or services, we tend to suffer from this fear of missing out. We think that we are unable to keep up with others if we don't buy this product or we don't have this particular lifestyle, that we would not be able to have a complete and rich living experience, which of course is a fallacy because products and services cannot give us happiness. This, if you consider, if you have a cupboard full of clothes, still you feel that you want to buy more, you need more. This is because you are never satisfied, and buying something will not make you more satisfied, happy, or content. As I mentioned briefly earlier, advertising creates a problem of excesses. It is just about putting a number of products and services in front of us and creating that problem for us. That is, either we end up buying more than what we need, or we have too many choices, and none of these is a good situation for us. I hope you found this short video on the disadvantages of advertising useful. Please don't forget to hit like and leave your comments and feedback. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you find the content here useful, and also please share it with other students who you feel might benefit from it. Thank you for listening.